Son of a...
Welcome to this issue of Mad Murphy, where I take a few topics that are pissing me off and simply rant about them. I am in no way an expert on any of these topics. These are simply my opinions based off of what I've seen, read, or heard, and if anything I have to say angers you, just get over it. If you wish to make a counterpoint on any of these topics, please feel free to email me with the WHP contact form at wellhey.com/contact, or simply add a comment to this video. I will not and absolutely refuse to address any idiot who wants to start a screaming match with me by starting off, including, or ending with insults. These are just my opinions, just as you are entitled to yours. So if you want my respect and have a mature debate, then you may want to start off with some respect as well. You ready? Let's dive right in. I wish there was something I could do to help is the biggest load of bullshit you can tell someone that is asking for help. Picture it this way. You're drowning, and you scream for someone to help, and rather than turn their head 90 degrees to seal a pile of life preservers, they just shrug and say, "Gee, I see you're having a problem swimming there, but I don't know how to help you." When someone asks for help and you give them any excuse not to help them short of, "I need to fix my own shit first," or "I'm dying," then you are a horrible person. No exception. Why would you not want to help? That's the part I don't understand. You have consciously made the decision not to help someone that's asking for it, and you stand by that and try to justify it. I wish there was something I could do to help. I just don't know what I could do. It's complicated. Chances are you've heard at least one of these phrases, and all three of them translate to this: I really don't want to help because I'm scared. Scared of what? Scared that someone may be grateful for your attempt to help? Scared of getting your hands dirty? Scared of someone else wondering why you are helping someone or a certain someone? Scared of your reputation taking a hit? Scared of what exactly? Look, it boils down to this. If someone needs help, you help them. If they specifically ask for your help, then you specifically help them. If you have to give someone excuse, any excuse short of the two I mentioned previously, then you are simply a bad person, an immature person that instead of thinking how to help the person that needs help, you are putting your own agenda first and how helping them may affect you. That's why you're a horrible person. This has nothing to do with you. And quite frankly, how dare you? How dare you put yourself first when someone else is in need of assistance? It makes me sick to even think of anyone doing that. Yet, I know people who do. I know too many people that do. Of course, they would never admit it, but that's what I'm here for, aren't I? I'm the one that calls everyone out on their bullshit because no one else ever will. But that's another rant. Let's look at a different scenario. Someone asks for help, and you do help them. Bravo! Good for you. But how does this story end? What if the person that asked for help doesn't say thank you for your assistance? Or what if the thanks they do offer you is caked with contempt or the notion, I asked for help, but that's not the exact help I wanted? Wow, what an asshole! I mean, here you are doing what you can to help someone, sometimes going over, above, and beyond the call of duty, and that wasn't the exact kind of help they wanted? Who the fuck are they to be choosy? Or even worse, you help them the way they needed the most, and it's met with a, well, thanks, I guess. What the fuck is that shit? I helped you exactly the way you needed it, and you guess? Thanks are in order, you greedy little cunt? What? Was my assistance not good enough? Was my advice or support not what you wanted to hear? Where do you get off to beg for food, but then complain that it's not candy? I had a friend, keyword had, who begged for help. They had no idea what to do. They were quite hopeless on the outcome if they didn't receive some form of help. So I did what I do, and I helped. I looked over the situation and gave them the assistance they needed. And I shit you not, they told me, well, that's not what I wanted. Look, Priscilla, you're not in a position to be picky here. You needed this. It's not about want at this point. And that was the last time I ever spoke to that person. Let's take it a step further. Someone asks for help, and you help them. You ask that same person for help a little while later, and they won't. I'm not talking can't, I'm talking won't. Big difference in those two words, can't and won't. Can't is cannot. They are unable to help, either physically, mentally, or emotionally. Won't is will not. They have made the conscious decision to be an asshole. I don't have enough time to berate these pieces of shit enough, so I'll just cap it off with a simple piece of advice. Scrape them off, Claire. Don't even bother asking for a reason. These self-absorbed smegma rags are not people you want in your life, and you deserve much better. It goes like this. If you ask someone for help and they need to think about it, move on to the next one, because they are literally thinking of a way not to help you. That's what they're thinking about. If someone wants to help, then they just will. And you'll be grateful for any assistance that they give. And if you're not, then fuck you, Charlie. You ask for help and no one is a member of the Psychic Friends Network. No one. Good people do what they can. Bad people don't. It's as simple as that. I want you to think about the last time you asked for help and someone came to your aid. How do you view that person? If you think of them as a good person and you would want to return the favor, then congratulations! You're a good person. Now think of all the times you asked for help and someone gave you an excuse of why they shouldn't, couldn't, or wouldn't help you. Think of all the times you asked for help, but instead of help, you were berated for even asking for help. Think of all the times you helped someone, but it wasn't in their agenda to reciprocate that assistance. How do you view that person? Don't bother, that person shouldn't be in your life anymore. Good people, no matter the situation, no matter the person, no matter the cost, help others. They do what they can. They don't ask if they should, they just do. They may ask how they can help, so let them know. And if they do help, be thankful that they did. Not because you get something out of it, but because it's the right thing to do. It doesn't matter how it reflects on you, because when you give of yourself selflessly, that's what people see. People don't care about who you helped or why you helped. They just care about that you helped. And it will live much longer than any subscriber count, follower count, bank account, reputation, or popularity that currently exists. But Murphy, my anxiety, shut the fuck up. Next. I already said this has nothing to do with you, so pull your head out of your ass so you can listen better and help someone that's asking for it. Let me make this crystal clear and simple to understand, so I'll use small words so you can easily process them. If someone asks for help, and you are able to help them, then help them. Any attempt to bring your baggage into the matter is an excuse. Therefore, don't even bother. There is nothing more aggravating than asking someone for help and then listening to a 60-minute thesis on why they cannot help you. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're wasting my time. I could have found someone else that was willing to help me by now if I didn't have to listen to you carry about how the timing just isn't right for you to help now. Who gives a shit about your situation anyway? I'm asking for help, so are you gonna help or not? The longer the excuse, the more full of shit that person is. Just get over it. They don't want to help. Move on. Kick that asshole to the curb because they feel that their situation is more important than actually being a decent person, and you don't need that shit in your life. There is too much negativity in the world. People are dying all the time. Riots, recession, unemployment, war, Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian's ass. So wouldn't it be a nice change of pace if we surrounded ourselves with positive stuff? You'd be surprised how many good things there are in the world if you just let them in. There are plenty of people who are willing to help, give you a hug, dole out advice, work with you to figure yourself out, teach you things, new abilities, new skills, new thought processes, new ideas. You just need to ask them. Forget those who want to hoard their time and efforts to themselves, for whatever reason that they may be. Hopefully they will learn sooner than later. It's not about what you have now that makes for a meaningful life. It's not the amount of toys or the amount of money or even the amount of friends. It's making the connections that count. It's all about just being a good person. If you wouldn't want it to happen to you, then don't do it to somebody else. I can't make it more simple than that. Be there for each other, whether it be a family or friend, ally or enemy. We are all we have, and shutting others out is only going to do one thing in the end: ensure that you end up alone. If you stuck around this long, I want to thank you for letting me air out my grievances. And believe me, I got lots of them, so I'll just close out with the usual. It doesn't matter what your religion is. I think we can all believe that treat others as you wish to be treated is a pretty decent rule to live by. So why don't we all stop the fighting and just treat others the way we would like to be treated? You can never have too much of a good thing. Unless it's alcohol, then drink responsibly. I look at all of my friends and fans as just younger brothers and sisters. I'm not yelling simply to yell. I just don't want you to make the same mistakes I have. So if I go off on you individually, it's because I see you're about to hit that point where you're gonna turn into me. And we cannot have any more Murphys. The world can barely tolerate one. If you missed any of this Mad Murphy issue, the transcript will be posted on WellHey.com. So stop on by and enjoy the insanity. If you have a suggestion of a topic you'd like to hear my opinion about, you can let me know in the comments or at wellhey.com/contact. As always, you can catch me and say hi on Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Murphy 1976 of WellHey Productions, where we bring you colorful insanity to your drab, uneventful lives. Hey boys and girls, the next issue of Mad Murphy will be number 20. I never thought I'd have this many things to rant about, but, you know, you work with what you know, and being on social media nowadays, it's really not that hard to see all the horrible things this generation, this race, this species is doing. But I know for a fact I'm not catching all of it. So, issue number 20 is not going to be chosen by me. It's going to be chosen by all of you. In the comments or on wellhey.com/contact, I want you to please ask me some questions on what I think about this or that or whatever, and I'll put them into the next issue. Please make sure that you start off your email or comment with Mad Murphy number 20, so I know that you want me to put your question in the hat. I like to keep these rants under 20 minutes, so if the response is fantastic enough, I may just have to have a part 2 to this. This can only work if you participate, so please think carefully of something that is an actual issue in your life, your experience, or the real world that you believe needs to be discussed, and I will be happy to weigh in on it. I look forward to read what some of you want to talk about.